Greetings, everybody. The LVW coming with another episode of Noob Sauce. So I just saying hello anyway. So seriously, this episode's going to be a little bit different. I spent about 2 to 2.5 hours of kind of jumping around in the world here a little bit and trying to find things to see if I can hopefully expand our world just a little bit for you. Now, the thing you have to understand is I did this without any food in my inventory, which you really shouldn't do, and B without any armor on. Now, up to this point in time, I hadn't died yet, so I was taking chances. And of course, you'll see what happens because of that. But the next couple episodes are going to be kind of clippish. I'll be cutting in and out because I recorded all that time, but a lot of it's just me walking around. So I don't think you really want to see me walking around, and plus I really kind of just want to cover the details of the things that I find and everything. All right, guys. So for this episode, we're going to be exploring and expanding our resource inventory at this point in time, and this is what we have so far. Enjoy. Yeah, that is a root forest. That's another biome. That's where you get the dark oak trees. And in addition to the dark oak trees, this is where you find the large mushrooms, both red and brown mushrooms. That's the large brown right there. That's the large red right there. Now, the thing about the dark oak trees is it's the only tree that requires 4 saplings in order to replant. So if you're looking to grow dark oak trees and you don't get 4 saplings, you have to cut down more trees until you get 4 saplings. And you can also take these mushrooms down and get a chance of every time you break a block of getting an actual mushroom. And look at that desert go back that way a little bit, huh? Oh wow, okay. So let's take out a tree or two, huh? Alrighty, that's kind of interesting. Let's go here. We just need saplings to oh, there's one. There it is. There. That's the dark oak sapling. Alright, as I was heading back to drop off the dark oak saplings that I had gotten from this root forest over here, and I was glancing around as like I usually do, is to keep an eye on what's going on here. I noticed that up here, as you can see, we have our another biome that is over this way, which is the extreme hills biome, and you can see the pigs. See that little orange dot right there? That's a pumpkin. We're gonna get it. That's another plant farm item we can gather. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you can see in the distance there. There's those little mushrooms there. Now, this is an extreme hills biomes, and as you can tell, the reason why it's called extreme hills biome is because the hills are extreme. In other words, you gotta do a lot of jumping. I mean, look at this thing. You gotta figure out, unless you like break the dirt and make stairs out of it, you gotta do all kinds of like parkour stuff to get up here and everything else. And wow, look at all the sheep up here. Whoa, that's a lot of sheep. And we have but one 1 pumpkin. And that's it. Now I can break this with my hand and collect it, or I can use an axe and I can collect it as well. I'm going to punch it. Punching pumpkin, punching the pumpkin. Okay, look at that. Pumpkin! Now we can take this pumpkin. I can put it up here, and then I can create pumpkin seeds to grow more pumpkins, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, my inventory. Alright, let's see what else we got around here. More pumpkins. Look at that. There's more pumpkins. Look at all these sheep. Look at that. We found another pumpkin. So we now have 2. Alright, we're going to collect some of the snow that's up here. To collect snow, if I punch it, it disappears. So we're going to take out the shovel, and we're going to simply, look at him burn, and we're going to simply left click it. Well, you only have to hit once, and you collect a snowball. He died. Let's change the number that drops. Okay, you get 1 now. Alrighty. To make a snow golem, you need 2 snow blocks. And you make a snow block by having 4 snowballs. Just like that. Bam. Haha. Alright. So I'm going to click this. Because I can. Okay. Alright. I'm going to create a second farm here. And I'll explain why as I do it. I have the pumpkin here that we found. Okay. And I'm going to convert those over to seeds. And then I got the sugar cane here. When you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you grow pumpkins or melons, which hopefully we'll find eventually in the game, there's a little bit something different you have to do with them with regards to allowing them to grow. They actually need a plot of earth, either dirt or grass, in order to farm on. Okay, they won't farm on stone or anything like that. It has to be dirt or grass. So when you make a farm with regards to the melons and pumpkins, you have to keep that in mind. So I'm going to create another farm here. So that would be, actually, that's not what I want to do. I'm also going to put the sugar cane here. So I actually need to do this for now. Okay. So what I can do is, and I will show you what I'm doing here in a second. Alright. I'm essentially making a trough for the water. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if I actually just leave this water here, it will go all the way down here, go all the way up to 8 blocks out before it'll stop. And I can actually just leave it like this, and it will saturate all these plots of land. The only thing is you'll have to listen to the running water sound that there's there, so if you don't like that, or if you want to try using this as an infinite water supply, we can fix that. So we'll just grab another water cylinder. Here's where I drop the first water source. If I go over 2 blocks, so 1, 2, so on the 3rd block, and drop another one, that's that 3 block item I was talking about when you needed for the water. So now this middle section here, if I take water out of here, it'll refill up and become an infinite water supply for us. So right click here. Now notice it's flat and still. So if I go, here's the second water source. I go over 2 more blocks again, 1, 2, and put another one down. This becomes all still water, and these are all collectible water sources. Not the end, but from a second on in. So I can take from here, and it'll refill up and won't come out. Alright guys, so you can do that all the way down, and this becomes still water. And there's no sound of the water flowing or anything like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sugar cane here, alright, and I'm going to plant it next to this water source. Because remember, in order to plant sugar cane, you have to have it next to a water source. That water source can either be flowing, or still like it is here. In either case, it's just has to be a water source or a water source block. Okay, I'm going to put a torch on that block there. I'm going to put a torch over here on this block, and that's going to give us light levels that we want. Okay, and then over here, I am going to chill the earth, and what I am going to do is the way I'm going to do this. Yeah, you know what? I can leave this row to plant something else. So we'll do this back row for the pumpkin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually need one more because I have 2 pumpkins, which will give us 8 seeds. So there we go. Now we just converted the pumpkin into seeds. And right now, these are the baby seeds. They have to grow up. They'll grow up to be tall stalks, and you'll know the difference when the color changes to a slightly more olive type color, and then they'll start producing pumpkins. Alright, I'm actually going to put another row in here. And I think I have to, yep, I do. So I'll put a block here, and we'll put a block there. And we'll put a torch here. And we'll take this block out. Now see how that became a flowing source? All you gotta do is just take another water, drop it here, and it becomes steady. And then we can plant. I have to use the hoe to make farmland. So, and then we can plant that last one. So now I have 8 pumpkins that are planted. And I will actually plant these other 2 pieces of sugarcane here. And we should still be good on light source. Because we're 9 in the middle. Yep, that's what we need. And these light sources are over here. That'll help these to grow just fine. Alrighty. Yeah, it's okay that it's not perfect, that it matches that anyway. This is only a temporary farm until I find a good location where I really want to set up farms. This is just to get me going, get me started. And then we can move all this stuff and take it down once we have all of our good location stuff. Alright? So... look at this. Look what we found. Look what we found. We found a donkey. It's donkey! Only one. The only problem is I could tame him now, but I can't do anything because I don't have a lead to bring him home. And I don't have a saddle, which is what you need to be able to control them so you can ride them. I'm going to hopefully be able to come back and get him at another date because he's the only one here right now. If I could get a hold of a saddle, which we have to find in a chest somewhere, we can actually get him, which is cool. That looks like a plains over there. Plains on. Savannah is broken up here. See? Oh, we found number 2. We have 2 donkeys. So we can bring them both home, make them nice friends, and breed them and have some more baby donkeys. Alright, so we gotta find, we're definitely in the mood to have to find saddles, or at the very least maybe get hold of a lead, which you have to make. If we get the opportunity, I will show you how that is done. And it's nighttime, and this is probably where I'm going to die. Alright everybody, we're back over here at that roof forest where the dark oak is. That's not too far away from where our little island base is over there. And I'm going to take out another one of these dark oak trees, so I want to get a couple more saplings. But I also wanted to show you what happens when you farm these giant mushrooms. Alright, this is a red one, there's a brown one over there, we're going to do that one as well. Or maybe we can grab that one over there. Alright, so use an axe on them, and they take a chance, see that right there, of dropping an actual mushroom. And we just learned a new recipe, which is mushroom soup. Let's go over to our food tab, bring up all the recipes. These are all the recipes I've learned for our food. The mushroom soup, where are you? Oh, it's not showing it's here yet. Huh. Okay, well maybe it'll come up when I have the brown one. Let me turn those off for now. Okay, let's finish harvesting this giant red mushroom and see how many we get. It's a random chance, so every time you break a block doesn't mean you'll get one. When we start enchanting, I can get an enchant called Fortune, which will help raise the chance of getting mushrooms out of these tall ones like this. And you can actually grow these with a bone meal and place them in a specific way. Hello, Mr. Chicken. We got 13 out of that one. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's go take a brown one down. Let's go take this one down over here. And see, there's a couple more red ones there in the back. Well, he's a tall one. Okay. There's a bunch of red ones here. Alright. We just collected one. I had to go into my inventory. Haven't seen too many drop though. Oh, there's another one. Come in, come in, come in. What are you gonna give me? Oh, okay, there's a couple here on the ground. Okay, so we got more than we thought we did. Oh, there's one right there. Let's see. A couple here in the water. They'll fall in the water here. And out of that one, we got 15. Now, hopefully, let's see if that recipe's showed up yet. Let's, show all. It's not showing yet. Okay. I'll have to make a bowl, so I can show you that recipe. But it's, that's what happens when you farm the giant red and brown mushrooms. You get the small little mushrooms, and of course, you can make mushroom farms out of those. All right, so that's that. All right, everybody. I just wanted to show you this real quick. The item of bone meal. Remember I showed you that? If you put your bones up here, you get an item called bone meal. For each bone you put in, you get 3 bone meal. There's several things you can do with this. It becomes a white dye, so you can dye things white with it. You can combine it with some other dyes to make some lighter colors. You can combine, if you have enough, if I had like 9 pieces here, I can make what's called a bone block. Here, I'll get one more. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not going to craft it. I don't have a lot of bones, but I want to keep on with what I have right now. So, now see the recipe up there? That's called a bone block that's up there. You need a 3x3 grid. If I take this and I put it into my grid, it takes 9 pieces of bone meal and you get this white bone-like type block. Alright guys, that's another thing you can do it. Or, this is another feature you can do. You can walk over to like your crops, trees, stuff like that. Can't do it with sugarcane. And you can't do it with the stems of like pumpkins and melons. But if I come over to here, see how these are starting to grow? These are the very stages of growth of a particular plantable item. So if I bone meal it, it's going to help advance it to another stage. And this one actually managed to make it to a full stage. That's a fully grown carrot. Here's one that's barely growing. I'll hit it. It went to another stage. Hit it again. Went to another stage. One more time. Bam. We have a fully grown carrot. And you do that with carrots, the beetroot, the potatoes, the wheat. Alright. Now, you can also do it with saplings. Now, I have a spruce sapling over here that doesn't seem to want to grow. So I'm going to see what happens by bone meal. I'm going to stand a little bit back so I don't get pelted by leaves. And you just right click it like I was doing over there with the plants in the farm. Right click on it. See that little sparkly thing? That's like the magical effect. That means it's trying to help it grow. Let's hit it one more time. Nope. One more time. It's a percentage chance. It doesn't always work. Let's go one more time. Oh, look at that. Yes. We got it to grow. We helped it to grow. And that's actually a fairly good sized single sapling tree. Good. I might actually get a couple saplings in. That's good. Now I want to show you one more thing you can do with this bone meal. I got 2 more pieces here. Remember those 2 tall flowers I was talking about? I managed to find the rose bush, the lilac, and the peony. Yes, I see you coming after me. With these 2 tall flowers, what you can do is that you can actually use bone meal on them and replicate or duplicate. But this is actually something that is permitted in the game. It's allowed and it's actually coded to do this. So if I look at this rose bush and I want to duplicate this, all I gotta do is right click on it, bone meal it, and see that? Look at that. It made a new one. I can do the same thing with the lilac and the peony, and I have to find the 4th one, which is a sunflower, but you can only find those in sunflower plains, and I haven't found one yet. So if I bone meal this lilac, it'll duplicate it. I can pick those up, and I can either plant them or I can turn these into dyes. So I put this up here. That becomes a red rose dye. If I put the lilac up here, it becomes a magenta dye. Alright, guys? So I figured I'll show you those little farming tips and stuff like that. Alright? Okay. Alright, guys, here we are looking over at the trees. Remember, I said there was 6 tree variants. As of me recording this little tip on this section, I have 5 of the 6 here. Alright, we have oak, which is our most common, right there. I have our birch, which is that white tree, if you remember correctly, which is over there. I have the acacia tree, which is right here, which we find in savannas, which we have right over there. And then we have the dark oak, which is found in the root forest, which we know there's over there is one. Now remember, when I harvested the dark oak tree, I said you have to have 4 saplings in order to grow. If you plant just one of these saplings, it won't grow. This is the only tree variant that requires all 4 saplings in order for it to grow. So what you do is in a 2x2 grid like this, you plant 4 saplings together. And what will happen is the ticks come up. Ticks meaning the game time that passes. But that will grow into a dark oak tree. One of the other trees I had found is a spruce tree. Alright, this is one of the ones I like to use a lot of. Now this you can plant in one of 2 ways. You can plant it as a single sapling tree just like this, and it'll grow on its own and be a small little tree. Or you can take it with 4 saplings like we just did with the dark oak over there, and plant 4 saplings in a 2x2 grid like this. And what will happen is it'll grow tall. And you get more wood out of it this way. Alright guys, so you already know what those look like. When this grows up, I'll show you. Alright everybody, we're back. Now that the trees have both grown up real quick, I just wanted to point out, here's the dark oak tree. Remember we needed the 4 saplings to plant this. And this is what you get, as we saw when I took it down. You get a big tree. You get almost a stack of wood. Sometimes you can get a full stack of wood out of one of these. But you get at least 48 pieces of wood out of them. Alright, and then over here is the tall spruce. Now, you get several different variants of the tall spruce. This is what's known as the matchstick. Okay, because it's all very tall, and there's only a little bit of leaves left up on top. Now, hopefully when I take this down, I'll get 4 saplings out of it. If not, I do have some extras lying around. All right, guys. So this is what you get when you have to plant 4 for the dark oak, but if you plant 4 for the spruce, you can get this tall tree, which you usually get at least a stack, sometimes a little bit better. There's a smaller version of it where you don't get a full stack out of it, but you get a bunch of leaves, so you get saplings out of it at the very least. All right, guys. So that's the 4 combination. When we get a hold of the jungle trees, I'll show you, because the jungle trees are the same way, where you either plant single or 4. Alright guys? Welcome back everybody. As you can see, we did quite a bit. There's some more stuff that will be coming up next couple episodes you'll see too that we also did. Just wanted to say, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and you all take care now. Bye.